good, Josh? Your boy Kenny Buttons and Miss Madli coming to you live from the A-Room. Let's go!
The price is wrong, bitch.
All I hear is gift, we need that beat, my nigga. We need the verse. We need some heat, my nigga, like it's the first. They know I got it, nigga had it since birth. If we ain't talking about the bag, we ain't talking about the work, no. No more freebies, no more IOUs, I go Stevie. Wonder how these niggas really see me.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's the A-Room Podcast for the 5th episode. What's going on, Miss Madli?
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day. Happy hump day. I'm so happy the week is almost over.
That was a cute little song you had.
Well, listen, y'all, welcome to the A-Room Podcast, a podcast from producers to producers, exchanging information on the daily grind. We just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's tuned in to our podcasts thus far. Everyone who's commented, huge shout out to Tracklib for reposting the podcast. That was really dope.
Yeah, for putting us in their stories. Thank you for sending us your tracks, guys, by the way. We already are building a bit of a catalog here, so this is awesome. Thanks for leaving comments. Thank you for liking, DMing, all that good stuff.
Yeah, remember, guys, if you want to submit your material for consideration for the background music, for bumpers, for featured artist or producer, do so to the thearoompodcast@gmail.com. Again, just 3 tracks to the thearoompodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and today we're actually using music from Point One.
Point One, yes, the homie Point One.
And DH the composer.
DH, blessings to you and your family, man. You know what that means. It's our soup of the day. Let's go.
Sounds so perverted. So yeah, let's talk about soup of the day. Kenny, what do you have?
Well, it was the big deal this week, the new Cardi B album. Did you get to listen to it?
I did not. I heard parts and pieces, but I'll let you have that one.
well, let me ask you, what did you think about it?
I liked what I heard, but I need to give it a second, like a full listen, I guess, in order to really give feedback.
I mean, huge shout out to Cardi B, doing her thing in the business, definitely, making a stamp for herself. I mean, I thought the album for me was kind of, there wasn't anything that, knocked me out that was amazing or special. The one song that stood out for me the most was Through Your Phone. And I think I liked that record most because she sung the hook. It was a good hook. It was well thought of, thought out, I should say.
That's one of the few tracks I heard. Yeah. So I have to agree with you. I did like that one.
Yeah. Otherwise, it was the same old sound, the same, recycled sound for me.
Let's see if Cardi B now gives you a call and says, "Kenny Buttons, let me get that new heat." Then what? You gonna eat your words?
Well, listen, that for me is what I'm missing with all of the new music that is dropping on a weekly basis. It's like it's the same thing. No one is releasing like this new, fresh, refreshing sound. It's not happening. I don't hear it.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't heard, I must say, anything mind-blowing since Kendrick. At least different, because that was something that I also had to kind of sit with for a bit, and then I'm like, okay, that's the wave. But I agree with you. But how do you feel about Nicki Minaj having to drop something at the same time?
Well, I mean, there was that whole quote-unquote, beef that they had, which was BS.
I
Cause
think it's marketing. It's all
yeah,
marketing.
it definitely was marketing. I mean, listen, she's talented. She's proved time and time again that she puts out dope shit. Like you know that when she puts out a record, it's gonna be fire. For me, like
Yeah.
I feel that she's a dope artist like that.
Yeah, but the only problem I had with that is like, why do we always have this mentality that there's only room for like one top female? That's always bothered me. As if there's not like tons of mediocre male artist music. No offense by any means.
No,
but,
you're.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're 1,000% right.
like why is it that now we have to pick team this or that? And the same thing kind of applies for producer world, where every time I see like some dope female producer posting something, there's always one comment there that says something about, oh, but you're not Missy, or you're not Wonder Girl, or whatever, or Track Girl.
Right.
And I'm like, but you're not fucking Josh Blaze either, you know? Like,
right. Unfortunately, we see that all the time, especially the battles that we do. And this is important, guys. Like I notice that every time Madli's in a battle, and any of the male opponents, or even people who are checking out the battles, or there to check the battles out, like, when they see females in these competitions, the first thing that they thinking about is like, oh boy, here's a female trying to, compete.
play her little beats.
Yeah,
I've had people say that to me. Like,
who are trying to compete in this male-dominated sport. And let me just say this. I enjoy watching that shit 100 times, because these guys are so wrong every single time. They sleep on you every single time. And the minute you come up and you play your joints, you always blow the show all the time in a great way. And so you never judge a book by its cover, y'all. Like, women should be able to compete in this business just like men. It's an even playing field.
it's
Period.
not even, but it should be even.
And that's what I mean.
And that's what makes Cardi B so much more powerful, is that she kind of like, regardless of how you feel or how I feel about her music, just the movement that she has created in this uneven playing field is phenomenal.
Right. And when you close your eyes and you're listening to the songs, we're not thinking about male or female, which one created the record. We're getting, lost in the music, the vibe. So creatively, who gives a shit if it's a man or a woman creating the music? Who cares? Salute to all of the women in this business, in any business, who was saying, fuck that, we have a voice, and we have plenty to share, and they do it, which is awesome.
And you're not intimidated by what's, posing you. I think that's the point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Keep doing your thing, ladies. That being said, our featured producer is Vnotes.
Yeah, she's a dope female producer. I got to meet her at Atlantic Records a couple weeks ago. We actually met years ago at a battle, but this was the first time when I actually got to hear her music. She's so dope. So I'm excited.
Where's she from?
She's from New York, Queens.
Yes.
But yeah, she has some really, really dope records. So I'm excited for you guys to hear it.
We're gonna get to that later on, but shout out to Vnotes for being super, super dope. Well, you know what that means, y'all. It's that main course. And of course, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Let's go.
Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Well, y'all, the main course today is F.U. Pay Me. It's a strong title, Madli.
I know it's going to get hot in here.
It's going to get real hot in here, because this is a subject that we've been trying to get off our chest for a minute.
Yeah, it's a burning one. It's not just us. It's for every producer out there. I know. Even artists, but definitely for producers. And not just people on the come up, but also people who have been in the industry for years,
Right, facts. I think the biggest issue, Madli, is the sense of entitlement these days that the artists feel that they should have our shit for free.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I don't quite understand. I do have an idea, but I don't quite understand where this is coming from. Because when you look at like any other service in which making music for an artist is a service.
Correct.
Regardless of my relationship with the person or that I'm getting exposure from it and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, they are coming to you for a service, to get something, you know?
I mean, I say this shit all the time. You can't go out and eat for free. You know, when you want to dress your children or buy something for yourself at the clothing store, you can't get it for free. If you're doing construction on your home, you know, the trades are not going to come in and tile your bathroom for free. You're not going to get shingles for your roof for free. So why is it that the entertainment business, we have to do work for free? That the artists feel, the executive feel, overall, everyone feels that we should be giving away our services for free, when really it's because of the music that the artist even has a product.
And I think part of it is because it's not tangible. Music is not tangible. So that could be one of the reasons. For example, like if you're buying a pair of sneakers, you can touch it, feel it, put them on your feet. But music is a little more abstract, so that's definitely one part of it. When we look at people like doctors and lawyers, you go to them for their expertise and you get advice from them, which is a sum of all the years they have put into this field, right? So the same thing with the producers. If I give you a piece of music, this is a sum of my education, the years that I've trial and error dabbled in this music thing, you know? I came up to the point where my music sounds good, so why is it that some person can charge $300 an hour for their work, and people in the entertainment business, producers, have to do it for free or for good looks, so to speak, you know?
I often wonder what that term "good look" means. Like, what does it mean?
For
like,
real.
Yo, this is a good look for you. What do you mean? So, me giving you more free work is a good look for me? I mean, in today's music, in the rapid decline of people selling music, to me, I'm giving you the good look because I'm taking the risk by not getting paid, by not getting my money.
Yeah, totally. Like we looked at the statistics earlier.
Yeah.
What were they?
Well, statistically speaking, so we were looking at how many original titles are released on a weekly basis. Listen, y'all, 10 to 30,000 a day. Do the math. And every year, the amount of records sold, the amount of singles sold continue to decline. The only thing that's climbing is people streaming more music, people viewing more music, because it's cheaper for people to get a $10 membership to Spotify or whoever else and stream an unlimited amount of music for $10.
Or just hop on YouTube and watch it for free, you know, if you're not really that picky of the quality or whatever.
Right.
At this point, we're talking about the saturation of music going up, all the way up, because those numbers were a few years ago.
Right.
It's going up.
Right.
Versus the sales, physical sales going down, streams going up, but there's no real price adjustment happening still, you know? The fact that you can get paid like a fraction of a penny per stream, that's not okay. That's not cool. But that's, you know, that's another subject. But if we're just talking about from the money perspective, what kind of freaking good look is that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you tell me. I mean, from our standpoint, at least from mine, there's more of a risk in giving you a good look, a free beat, or producing something for you for free than getting my money up front. There's no guarantee that you're going to sell. There's no guarantee that the record's going to do well at all. Now, what you're asking me to do, and this is how I feel, Madli, like, what you're asking me to do now is bet on you writing a hit song. I would prefer to just get paid up front. And if we win, we win. But at least I made my money. You know, the drawback to that is, and maybe this is another podcast, but maybe you don't do well. Maybe you don't sell a lot of units, Madli, but that artist could still take that music and they could still tour for a year. They can still make physical money.
That's the thing.
We're not making any money from that.
Mixtapes. Hello, like, yeah, you're not selling physical units, but you're getting paid directly or indirectly as an artist for it. And then this is something that you provided. How about the artists who we know personally? Let's not blow anybody up, but we know personally artists that have, producers that have helped artists blow up. Like, create the solid catalog with them for a year, the full album, and when it's time to sign a deal, the producer is left out of the picture. Right. They didn't take the money, they took all the L's, and at the end of the rainbow, it's like, sorry, dude, now I'm working with Swiss Beats, and and this is your good look. No.
Right. So now it's almost frowned upon today that producers like ourselves want to be compensated up front. Instead of giving a good look or investing in the artist, listen, the percentage is high that there's no guarantee for us.
I think it should be up to you as a producer to choose which one of the artists you choose to work with and say, hey, I don't need money from you. But to come out the door assuming and expecting to get it for free, I think that's the part that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, there's always room to work with somebody who you really believe in and who you want to build. Like, I don't think every single piece of work you put out you should be compensated with up front. You work with artists. I work with artists. I know a lot of our friends work with artists.
But let's be clear.
Yeah,
that's a choice.
Exactly, and that's my point. It shouldn't be assumed that this is the play out the gate.
Right.
And the other favorite quote or the favorite thing that people like to say is like, you're paying your dues. And I get that. I really do get that, because you do have to put in a certain amount of years and a certain amount of work in order to expect people to pay for this. However, I find it funny that when we go to these meetings and we're already gotten to the point where somebody has taken interest in our music. If you already like my work, then I don't see what am I still paying? I understand that you shouldn't pay me the rates that somebody like Swiss Beats is getting or Metro Boomin is getting, but
we're still providing a service.
Right. My point is, like, if you already liked it, I didn't come and beg for the track. You found me.
That's right. And if you're putting in the hard work and you're paying your dues, let's look at that paying your dues. I mean, we're grinding out here. We're putting in the necessary work to get better at producing music, composing great tracks. We're going to the panels. We're traveling. We're shaking hands and kissing babies, if you will. All of that is a part of the grind and paying your dues. Again, now when you reach the round table and you're at a discussion because people now want your music because you put in the work and you paid your dues for that conversation, they still want it for free.
What the issue is here is that a lot of times paying your dues equals your track record. Like, let's say somebody picks one of your tracks tomorrow and it blows up. It's not like you weren't the same producer yesterday. You're still you. The music you put out is still the same quality. However, today, since you have a bigger name, now people come with a bigger bag. It's part of the deal, but should it be from 0 to 100? You know what I mean? Shouldn't it be at least, okay, you're getting a few racks here and there, and then your price goes up? Does it have to come from 0 until you make your first bigger record?
I get that it's worth versus your value. Like, what are you worth? What is your worth? What does the industry, feel that you're worth? And what you're actually valued. I get that. Like, you know what I mean? I understand that. Okay.
I do, but it shouldn't be a total 0.
And that's what I'm getting to.
And that's my point.
Right, and that's what I'm getting to. We're still providing a service.
Right.
So, okay, I'm not getting the 15, 20 G's for a record that maybe, like you said, one of these named producers are getting, but I'm still providing you a service. And I value my service at, such and such or so and so.
Yeah.
either you respect that or you can move forward. But to think that if I don't give you something for free, that now I'm burning a bridge, or now, now I'm gonna, now not only am I taking...
Or you're arrogant because you feel like you're asking for something. That to me is fucked up.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Right, while you prancing around the business in your Bentleys and your diamond-studded chains and your watches, I can't even get paid for the work that I did for you, which allowed you to write your hit record to, which allowed you to shoot your video to, which is allowing you to tour all over the world. Why is it that the most important part of the piece of this puzzle is the only part that's not getting paid? This, and I'll tell you what, you hear the frustration in my voice because it frustrates the shit out of me that not just the independent artists, but the major artists, and we deal with these people on a daily that expect that we should do it for nothing. I'm sorry, Madli. I'm sorry, guys out there. I'm not willing to gamble my hard work, the grind that I put in, for a maybe or a what if, based on the statistics that we've seen already.
It's a Powerball. It's a
just
Powerball odds.
It's like playing lotto. Like, everyone sees the happy winner. What about all the sad losers that no one gets to see or read about? And that's what it feels like. There are a lot of successful artists today that are moving, that are winning, that are touring, even if it's 100 dates a year, 150 dates a year. You're doing that off of the hard work, the backs of the producers who gave you the music. Right. Without the music, there's nothing. Guess what? Bunch of lyrics. And unless you can sing, you have nothing.
And another funny thing is, a lot of times there's a budget for an engineer. You know what I mean? Even engineers and all the other people that are part of the track have some sort of budgets. Again, I don't care what the dollar sign is. My main principle is you can't come with a zero, okay? So my thing now is I'm looking at my profession as a lawyer, for example. So yes, if you're starting out, you're taking cuts, you're taking lower pays, you are going through cases, and sometimes you do give your services free up front, hoping for a bigger payout. But these lawyers don't take iffy causes. They are very selective of how they spend their time. And I think the same should work for producers.
Listen, pro bono is pro bono. And that means if we want to invest in an artist of our choosing, that's our choice.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, we're providing a service.
And also taking bigger clients, so to speak, bigger artists in without getting upfront money, which is fine because I know that there's a payout at the end. But if you as an artist don't have that track record to show us, then what are the odds?
And that's the thing. That's a great point, Madli, because everyone from the artist side of the business feels that every producer should be doing it for free. But that's the great question. It's like, okay, so everyone asks us what our resume is, who we've worked for. Well, let's switch it back. How many units have you sold? What are your albums looking at like when you released them? What did your last single do? Based on those numbers, why should I take a risk on you? Why should I give you music for free? I don't care how dope you are. I don't care how great of a lyricist you are, or how the streets consider you to be this dope artist. At the end of the day, it comes down to numbers. We're in a business. I'm hammering that shit in today. How are we making our damn money? Talk to me, baby.
They're expecting you to go out on a limb, just off of them being related to somebody's A&Rs or having a digital deal in the pocket. Like these are all ifs and maybes, But a lot of times that's something that you should be freaking grateful and happy that you can even work with somebody. Like, fuck out of here. No.
Right. No. You can't move forward. Any artist cannot move forward without the music. There's no way that you're sitting down at a label or getting a distribution deal or anything without the music. So it's like the priorities are kind of fucked up, Madli. It's like everybody in the team is getting hit off and everybody's eating except for the people who are helping to create the vision. And those are the people that are being forgotten about.
And even the big name producers are not getting paid. That's even bigger of an issue. Like, they already have a track record. You know, what the fuck? Like, why can't you pay them? How are bigger producers not getting credits like they should?
Right.
Because that's a form of a payment in a way as
Right.
well. Let's say if you have 1 million followers, freaking shout them out or something. You know, like, you didn't want to pay the nobody producer that's on your album. You didn't pay them. That's cool, but like, put them on your Instagram. You know, put the tags, put the handles on there. Just pay them somehow.
No.
But that's not even happening either.
Because the thought process is, I'm doing you the favor. It's like, listen, if you approached me and asked me for a free record, but you got 2-3 million followers, and you came to the table and said, listen, if you could do the record for free, I'll promote you on my social media. I'll push it on all of my platforms. At least exposure to 2-3 million people.
And that's huge.
It's huge. But that's not even happening.
Yeah, it's a zero. It's a total zero. Again, and that's my main fucking point. It's always a total zero, not even some sort of barter, and that's what's messed up.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it like this. The artist really needs to understand that there is no career for them in this business without the music. I said it in one of my IG posts, and I'm going to say it here. The music is the heartbeat of this business. This is the music business. Without the music, Madli, there's no fucking business. There's no artists to represent. There aren't any fucking VJs are out of work. You know what I mean? Radio stations aren't playing music. Record companies can't sign a fucking artist without and so on. We can keep going on for days. The end of the day, the producer is the most important part, along with the artist, of the puzzle. We just have to make sure that the producers are being compensated. That's it.
I think it comes with holding your ground. As a producer, you should hold your ground.
If you want to take the risk, that's up to you. But to be threatened with, you're going to burn a bridge, or this is not a good look for you if you don't do this for free. Listen, y'all, this is a business. When does it stop? When do we stop the bleeding? You can't let the artist or the executive talk you out of what you're entitled to from the gate. And that's getting paid for the services that you're rendering. Yeah, we got that off our chest. Well, you know, it's that side dish. Let's get that.
What the fuck did you put in that sauce?
Well, our side dish is our featured producer today, and her name is Vnotes. Extremely talented producer. I was watching some clips that she sent Madli. Damn, she's dope.
Yeah, she is. So again, Vnotes, super dope female producer from Queens. Let's get it.
Let's go. Madli, that record is fire. Those guitars.
Yes. I told you.
Yeah, where you at home? That's your record, baby. Well, shout out to Vnotes. Thank you for sharing. We really, really appreciate it. Listen, y'all, don't forget to follow Vnotes as well as the A-Room podcast. Miss Madli and your boy Kenny Buttons. That's our show for this evening. Remember, if you have any comments, any questions, hit us on all social media at the A-Room Podcast, or you could drop us an email, thearoompodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next week for our 6th episode. Be blessed, be safe, and don't forget to eat.
All I hear is gift, we need that beat, my nigga. We need the verse. We need some heat, my nigga, like it's the first. They know I got it, nigga had it since birth. If we ain't talking about the bag, we ain't talking about the work. No more freebies, no more IOUs, I go Stevie. Wonder how these niggas really see me, cause what I look like. Not charging y'all for punchlines and talking left, knowing damn well that hook right. Yeah, I got some raw shit. Y'all know what my cook like? Serve your hors d'oeuvres, keep a tray by my hip. Second base, pass your bitch, slight delay with my pitch. Poetic with the words, she put her A on my tip. But back to the lecture at hand, I'm the shit. And ain't shit free, you busy rapping about whips, bricks, chips. My nigga Dip will pay the fee. The nerve of you niggas, I never